Have you noticed how grief can arrive in waves even when the day looks ordinary? And have you noticed how the mind tries to solve sorrow, even though sorrow is not a math problem? Welcome back to the channel. Settle in, and let us take this journey together. Today we are going to explore two simple truths. First, suffering grows when we fight what is already real, and it's often when we meet reality with steady attention. Second, grief is not proof that you are broken. It is proof that you loved, and love can be carried forward with wisdom and compassion. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let the jaw loosen. If it feels safe, let the eyes close or lower the gaze. If you are lying down, let the bed hold you. If you are sitting, let the chair hold you. If you are standing, feel the ground supporting your feet. You do not have to be brave in a loud way right now. Quiet bravery is enough. Quiet bravery is simply staying present for one breath more than you thought you could. Grief can make the world feel unfamiliar. It can make time feel strange. A minute can feel like an hour. An hour can disappear. People can talk to you and you hear the words, but the words do not land. You can laugh at something and then feel guilty for laughing. You can feel nothing at all and then feel guilty for feeling nothing. You can be okay in the morning and overwhelmed at night. You can think you are done with the pain and then the smell or a song opens the door again. If that sounds like you, I want you to hear this clearly. This is not you failing. This is your nervous system and your heart doing what hearts do when they lose something meaningful. The mind wants straight lines. The heart moves in spirals. Healing rarely looks neat. So our practice today is not to force neatness. Our practice is to meet what is here with mindful steadiness, so the storm can move through without turning into a lifetime sentence. There is a difference between pain and suffering. Pain is the raw sensation of loss, the honest stake. Suffering is what we add when we resist, when we argue, when we demand that reality be different before we allow ourselves to breathe. This does not mean you should not wish things were different. Of course you wish that. It means you can notice when the mind is tightening around the wish until it becomes a trap. So we begin by noticing tightness. Scan the body gently. Forehead, eyes, jaw, neck, shoulders, chest, belly, hips, legs, feet. Where is the body bracing? Where is it holding? Where is it guarding? Now choose one area that feels possible to soften, even 1%. Maybe it is the jaw. Maybe it is the shoulders. Maybe it is the hands. Maybe it is the belly. Let that place loosen slightly, as if you are making a little room for life to breathe. Now return to the breath. Let the breath arrive on its own. You do not need to deepen it. You do not need to control it. Simply notice inhale and exhale. Each exhale can be a small letting go, not letting go of love, letting go of the extra grip that makes love hurt more than it has to. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a person walking along a shoreline after a storm. The sand is uneven. The wind is calmer now, but the air still feels heavy. Pieces of driftwood are scattered. Small shells are half buried. The sea keeps moving, indifferent to the human story, yet also strangely comforting because it does not demand anything. This person is carrying a bag of stones. Each stone is a memory. Some stones are warm, like a summer day that still makes the heart smile. Some stones are sharp, like the last conversation, the last look, the last moment you did not realize was the last. Some stones are heavy with unfinished sentences. The person has been carrying the bag for a long time. At first, they believed the bag was the only proof that the love was real. If I put it down, does that mean it did not matter? If I loosen my grip, does that mean I am forgetting? If I stop hurting, does that mean I am disloyal? So they keep carrying. And the shoulders ache, the arms tire, the breath shortens. Then something quiet happens. The person sits down. They place the bag beside them. And for the first time in a long time, they look at the stones without panic. They do not throw them away. They do not worship them. They simply see them. They take one stone out. They hold it. They feel its weight. They remember. Tears come. The person does not block the tears. The person does not dramatize the tears. The person simply allows the tears to be honest water. Then they set the stone down on the sand for a moment. Not forever. Just for a moment. And they notice something surprising. Love did not disappear when the stone touched the sand. The love stayed in the heart. The stone did not have to be clenched to be true. This is the beginning of wisdom. Love does not require suffering to prove itself. Now, let us practice this wisdom with your own experience in a gentle way. Bring to mind what you are grieving, but do not force a detailed picture. Keep it light, like holding a photo at a distance rather than pressing it against your eyes. If even that feels too intense, do not bring an image at all. Simply acknowledge the fact of grief. There is loss here. There is love here. There is change here. Now notice the body response. Maybe the chest tightens. Maybe the throat closes. Maybe the belly drops. Maybe the eyes sting. Maybe the hands tingle. Whatever happens, treat it as sensation rather than a problem to solve. Now do something very simple. Place a hand on the heart or belly if that feels safe. Feel the warmth. Feel the contact. This is an anchor. This is a signal. I am here. I am not abandoning myself. Now say a kind sentence silently. Choose one that feels honest. This hurts. This is hard. I miss what I lost. I am here with myself. May I be kind to myself. You do not need to say all of them. One is enough. Now, the mind may respond with stories. It might say, this should not have happened. It might say, I should have done more. It might say, I should have known. It might say, if I replay enough, I will find the key. These thoughts are common. They are attempts to regain control. The mind thinks control will prevent pain, but replay often keeps the wound open. So we practice a new move. When a story appears, label it awfully as thinking. Then return to a sensation, like the rise and fall of the belly, or the weight of the legs, or the warmth of the hand on the chest. You are not forcing the story away. You are choosing not to feed it. This is mindfulness. It is not blankness. It is wise relationship. Now, let us speak about guilt, because guilt often accompanies grief. Some people feel guilty for what they did not do. Some feel guilty for what they did do. Some feel guilty for surviving. Some feel guilty for feeling relief. Some feel guilty for feeling nothing. Guilt can be a useful signal when it points to repair you can do now. But guilt becomes suffering when it becomes endless punishment for what cannot be changed. So ask gently, is there a real repair I can make today? If yes, make one small step toward it. If no, then guilt is asking for something else. It is asking for compassion. It is asking to be met, not obeyed. Try this phrase. I can learn without cruelty. That sentence is a doorway. Learning without cruelty is wisdom. Cruelty does not bring back what was lost. Cruelty only multiplies pain. Now let us speak about impermanence, not as a cold idea, but as a medicine. Impermanence is the truth that everything changes. That truth can feel brutal when you are grieving, but it can also be the reason healing is possible. If feelings were permanent, you would be trapped forever. But feelings change. Waves rise and fall. Even the hardest night eventually becomes morning. So when grief feels endless, remind yourself, this is a wave. A strong wave, but still a wave. I will breathe through it. I will not drown in it. Now we practice breathing through it. Inhale naturally. Exhale slowly. If it helps, imagine the exhale as releasing one small layer of tension from the body. Release the jaw. Release the shoulders. Release the belly. Release the hands. Not all at once, one layer at a time. Now let me offer another story. Imagine a bell that rings in a quiet room. The sound fills the air, then fades. The bell is not ashamed of ringing. The bell is not proud of ringing. The bell rings because that is what bells do. Your grief is like that bell. It rings because you loved. It rings because something mattered. It rings because your heart is alive. The suffering comes when you keep striking the bell with thought after thought after thought, trying to get a different sound, trying to force an answer, trying to turn grief into a solved case. The wise practice is letting the bell ring and letting it fade. So we let feelings ring and we let them fade. We do not suppress. We do not indulge. We allow. This is the middle way. Now, because grief can make you feel isolated, I want to speak about connection. Sometimes people around you do not know what to say. Some avoid you because they fear saying the wrong thing. Some try to cheer you up too quickly. Some compare your grief to theirs. Some make it about themselves. Sometimes nobody does anything wrong, and it still hurts because you needed more support than people knew how to give. So here is a compassionate truth. Your grief deserves care. If you have one safe person, reach out, not with a perfect speech, just with honesty. I am having a hard day. Can you sit with me? Can you listen? Can you be near? If you do not have a person like that, look for support in places designed for it. A counselor, a mentor, a trusted adult, a group. You do not have to carry everything alone. Asking for support is not weakness. It is wisdom. And even if you have support, you still need inner support. That is what this practice builds. It builds the inner companion who stays with you when the world is quiet. So let us strengthen that inner companion now. Say silently, I will stay with myself. I will speak kindly. I will breathe. I will take one step at a time. Now, let us bring grief into everyday moments. Because grief is not only in the dramatic scenes, it is in ordinary places. It is in the empty chair. It is in the message thread you no longer use. It is in the routine that changed. It is in the meal you used to share. It is in the silence when you wake up. These moments can feel like little stabs, and the mind sometimes tries to protect you by avoiding all reminders. Avoidance can help in short bursts, but long term it can shrink your life. The goal is not to flood yourself with reminders, but to build enough inner steadiness that reminders do not control you. So try a gentle practice. When a reminder appears, pause, feel the feet, exhale slowly, name what is here: sadness, longing, memory. Then offer one kind phrase, I am here. Then choose a small action. Drink water, stretch, text a friend, step outside, return to the next task. This is how you meet grief without giving it the steering wheel. Now let us speak about meaning, because the mind often searches for meaning after loss. Sometimes the mind asks, why did this happen? Sometimes there is no satisfying answer, or there may be an answer that makes sense intellectually, but not emotionally. So instead of forcing meaning as a conclusion, You can approach meaning as a practice. Meaning can be how you carry love forward. Meaning can be how you become kinder. Meaning can be how you live with more honesty. Meaning can be how you stop postponing what matters. Meaning can be how you treat others who are grieving. Meaning can be how you treat yourself. This is where compassion becomes action. Now, a practical teaching from cause and effect. What you repeatedly do in grief becomes your path. If you repeatedly punish yourself, the nervous system learns danger. If you repeatedly numb yourself, the nervous system learns disconnection. If you repeatedly tell the truth gently, the nervous system learns safety. If you repeatedly take small caring steps, the nervous system learns hope. So tonight, choose one caring repetition. It can be very small. 3 slow breaths, a glass of water, a warm shower, a short walk, a kind sentence, a moment of stillness. Small causes create real effects. Now we move toward a deeper calm. Notice the breath again. Notice the weight of the body again. Notice the room around you again. If thoughts are loud, let them be loud in the background. You are not required to answer them. If emotion is strong, let it be strong as sensation. You are not required to dramatize it. If numbness is present, let numbness be present. You are not required to force feeling. Your job is presence. Your job is kindness. Your job is one breath at a time. Now, imagine a river. On the surface of the river, leaves drift by. Each leaf is a thought, a memory leaf, a regret leaf, a worry leaf, a guilt leaf, a only leaf. Use it on the bank. You notice each leaf. You let it flow. You do not jump in. You do not chase it. You do not build a home on it. You let it pass. This is non-attachment, not coldness. Freedom. Now, I want to speak to the part of you that fears letting go. Some people fear that if they stop suffering, they will forget, they will betray, they will move on and feel like a traitor. That fear is common. It comes from a good place. It comes from love. So let us answer it with wisdom. You can stop suffering and still remember. You can heal and still honor. You can smile again and still care. You can build a new chapter and still respect the old one. Love does not require you to stay in pain forever. Love can become a steady presence in your life rather than a wound you pick at each day. Now we come to the landing. Take one more slow inhale. Take one more slow exhale. Feel the support under you. Feel the warmth of your own presence. Now offer yourself a closing phrase. May I meet this grief with kindness. May I allow the waves to move through. May I find calm and clarity, one breath at a time. May I carry love forward with wisdom. As we come to the end, notice what has shifted, even slightly. Maybe the chest softened. Maybe the shoulders dropped. Maybe the breath slowed. Maybe you simply feel less alone. Do not chase a big outcome. Respect small changes. That is how practice becomes a life. Before we finish, I want to reflect on why this practice can create deep resonance. Because grief is not only about what you lost, it is also about how you learn to live now. And many people try to live by fighting their feelings, by outrunning their tenderness, by forcing strength that is actually just armor. But real strength is presence. Real strength is compassion. Real strength is the ability to feel without collapsing, to remember without drowning, to love without chains. I have seen people discover a quieter kind of courage after loss, not the courage of pretending everything is fine, but the courage of being honest and still showing up, the courage of asking for support, the courage of resting, the courage of setting boundaries. The courage of letting time do its work while you do your part. So if you are grieving, let this be your permission to go slowly. Let it be your permission to take small steps. Let it be your permission to be human. If this helped you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment with what you noticed. Share your story as well, because someone else might hear your words and feel less alone. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, take care.